right there.
Oh, we just began recording?
I'm just trying. No, I'm trying to. I thought I set this all up.
So it's live
streaming
stream.
loud. Yes, live streaming now.
Yeah,
Meeting
I just
is
got
now
the
live
note.
streaming. Yep.
Yeah, but this is not. Yeah, but this is not the one I had set up. So what I'm gonna have to do is let this come on. Wherever the fuck it is.
We're streaming somewhere.
Yeah, we're on. I set this all up.
So it's live stream.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if this is. But I don't know if this is the one. Yeah, but this is not. I don't know if this is the one that I had.
I can hear you guys far away.
Oh, I'm about to. Don't worry.
Well, he's listening to it.
I'm about to mute. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know if this is the one that I set up at work, but nope. This is a totally different video. So I'm gonna have.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me go on YouTube.
No, it's a different link than what I originally had.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not the one that you that you
No,
sent.
because that's the one I thought I set up at work that was connected to the Zoom, and for some reason I don't know if I don't think I did it right. So let me. I'm going to share what I got now because now this is all screwed up. Hold on.
Oh, there we are.
How do I look, girl?
You look good,
There is a 20.
I look.
Shawn, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you share that in a text with me?
Yeah. Hold on.
And then I can, because all of my social media, I got the wrong goddamn thing on there.
Oh, really? Did I put the wrong?
I put the wrong link because that's the link that I did this morning. I can't. Was you showing up?
Okay, so I just sent it to you via text.
Okay. All right.
Saying Terrell left.
No, right?
Yo,
Now you're the host. So yeah, we are now.
Oh, we're on live. We're still.
Yeah.
no, that's all three of us in it.
Yeah. But hold on.
Yeah, that's not current.
Should we get off until he gets back on?
No, we're still on here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
What? It's what?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just watching it now.
Should we get off until
It's a 20-second delay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a
All right.
long delay?
All right. So let me.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
It's what?
Oh, you're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well,
We are live on the YouTubes.
okay.
Should we start talking about this show here?
Hold on, not yet. Hold on.
Wait, you sure you don't want to get another glass?
Yeah, let me. I'm
Go
gonna
get
put
another
y'all-
glass of wine.
Yeah, go get another glass.
Okay.
Oh.
Hmm?
It goes to my-
Well, at least when people can see the live stream, at least they're able. I just realized I ain't recording nothing yet. I wait till she gets back
Okay.
and then I hit record. And as a matter of fact, let me. Oh, let me close this one out. Bring this one up. Oh, because Salea's picture's not there. I'm like, does Saleia know her? She's not on the live.
She went to go get some more wines.
Yeah, I realized that. All right, let me share this on my.
I have the wine on the windowsill, so if you see me like pause,
Dipping it.
But you know what? I just realized that you're not even on the live stream.
I'm not on the live stream.
Nope.
Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Is that a good thing?
No, I mean you were, but
Oh, here she is now.
You see me like
Yeah, she's on there now.
On YouTube.
It's a 20-hour delay,
It's
apparently. So
oh,
there you go.
I no, because you turn your picture off. So when you turn your picture off, you disappear from the live stream. You're still connected, but you're not on the video. All right,
Okay.
let me just share this real quick to my Facebook page fast. And then we can get oh shit, what's the name of the damn thing? I think this is my password.
Okay.
Man, fuck, what the hell is my password? Facebook.
We're live.
I know. I know we're live. I'm just trying to figure out how I can
Shawn, I can't see you.
I can see you.
I can see you.
Okay.
All right. What's my I'm sorry. I thought I had it all set up at work, so I wouldn't have.
We have.
Meanwhile, there's probably somebody who's looking like Black people. I swear.
We have 5 people. We have 5 viewers. Someone named
Katrina just said, "Hey y'all."
Hey, what up, Katrina?
So glad this show.
Girl,
it
who
is.
Are you telling?
And let's get ready. I'm just posting this on the Facebook. New link. Here is the link. It's on the Facebook page, on my Facebook page, and we're good to go. All right, let me hit record. Let me be ready.
Okay.
All right.
Let me minimize this live stream video thing. Come on. My computer's so goddamn slow. All right. All right. Let me hit record. Record on this computer. Record on this video.
Okay, let me yep.
Right.
I got it.
Got what? Yep, I'm good. Okay, so welcome to the first ever live stream of Social Tea Podcast.
Woo!
Me, Saleia, Shawn, and Mike. And I'm not giving up my socials. We just here to talk about this show. We're talking about the finale of Hulu's Reasonable Doubt, episode 9. Never mind my computer having its own little hold on, let me switch my mic so y'all can actually hear me better.
I don't have a question, but I got a beat for the week.
I ain't got no damn. We ran out of I got questions segment like 10 episodes.
But this one's legit.
But before we even get started, let's just give our initial thoughts of the finale, which I already put in there. They can get the fuck out of here with this bullshit I said in the text chat. This shit was ridiculous.
I ain't got questions, but I got observations.
Yeah, all of a sudden now, Jax is fucking Jessica Fletcher from, freaking Murder, She Wrote. She can figure out who's
in here being Sherlock Holmes talking about I've solved the murder.
All right, so initial thoughts.
10 years late.
Yeah, initial thoughts for me were pretty much almost the same as any other episode. I can't even say this was even slightly better. It wasn't. It was just they threw the kitchen sink in there. It was just
yes.
Well, we don't know whether we got a season 2. We know we had 9 episodes, so let's just throw everything we can in there and see what sticks. Pretty much. Anybody else want to give the initial thoughts?
Go ahead, Shawn.
Again, I don't give a fuck about none of these characters, and I hope they all burn in hell.
I'm not going that.
I mean, come on. Everybody on this show, except for Naima, sucks. And Naima's the little girl on here. Everybody else sucks.
Well, Naima only had 2 lines for the whole show.
Literally,
2. Well, no, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, and my question
maybe
is
6.
My question is, why motherfuckers don't look out the peephole or look out the window before they open the door? So,
which part is this?
I know.
Which episode is this?
Beginning. This is the beginning where Kalisha's still alive. So she hear a knock on the door.
Girl, that whole sequence is trash. I'm surprised you would even have a question for that part because that whole thing is trash.
But I didn't notice that like every time that happened in the movie, because remember when Will was quote unquote supposed to be checking the house, he looked out the window, he looked at that one slider, he tapped it, and he was like, okay, everything's good. Why don't anybody look out the people or look out the window before they open the door?
Because
that's the least of their problems.
Yes,
that's the least of their problems with this damn show.
Okay, but again, I had to just put.
If they ain't doing other stuff that's important, like asking questions in court, they ain't gonna look at no damn peephole.
Do they even have peepholes on their door?
It didn't matter.
Yes, it didn't
matter.
Why?
How do you get shot or get hurt in a car crash and then jog and sprint up a hill the next day?
Right.
Shit, I was like, okay. Yeah, you ain't got me for season 2. I'm so glad my initial thought was glory to God, hallelujah. I don't have to watch this show no more. Thank you, God.
wait. We got to let Mike go because
go ahead, Mike.
The show.
Yeah,
go ahead,
Mike is the optimist in the group.
I know.
With this particular show.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Mike.
I thought it was only better than the others because questions got answered, but the questions that got answered, I already knew the answers to.
Bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Might be optimistic. I'll be like,
I know.
Shit off.
I know. You know what? We need you here, Mike. You need to be here because we are
the voice of reason for this show. Because
this shit is awful.
Awful.
Let's just start from the beginning and work our way through the episode.
Oh no, wait. We mean beginning of the show, the episode, or the whole entire show?
The episode, not the series. We'll go back and we always go back and forth through the series anyway, but let's start at the beginning of the episode. So it opens with the whole murder scene.
Which again, why you don't look out the motherfucking window before you open the door? Because she could have prevented her own murder if she had just.
Well, okay.
Well, no, I don't know if she could prevent her own murder though, because it was Braden. She looked out the window, she opened the door, it was Braden, so she would have opened the door. She wasn't expecting to be killed. Oh, spoilers for those who are watching this YouTube stream who have not watched this show. Again, you're not missing much, but
look, the four of us can reenact all 9 episodes for you, right?
But I wouldn't want to.
I know.
The acting was horrible. First of all, if we're so we're talking about this scene.
So the scene, the beginning. Yeah, okay. Braden's coming over.
He comes over.
Yep.
And she's like, "You raped me, but before you go,
let's have sex."
Bomb chicken womp womp. You know what I mean? It's like. Wait.
He was like, all right, I'll see you later.
You want to do what with the man who raped you?
But yeah, she also did not want the NDA to be the last thing that they discussed.
I still feel like
you could have prevented your own murder.
Yeah.
Well, again, I don't know if she would be able to prevent her own murder because it is Braden. Obviously, she still, had some feeling, I guess, towards him.
I guess.
But she opened the door. I don't think she was expecting him to,
Yeah, but that's one of my problems with folks in these things. Is okay, you done wrote the FU on the letter for him, and you just open the door like he might not do nothing. I guess you thought he was soft or something, but you're like, oh, he's gonna be mad. I'm just gonna throw it in his face that.
Yeah, because she was mad reckless with the mouth. like I just between Braden and Theo.
Braden left, and then Theo shows up. I'm like, so what are you sitting outside around the corner? Your turn, like,
yeah.
What are you
you're red now. You go see it, Theo. Like, what the fuck?
Right. This whole thing was just written poorly. It was written poorly. Because first of all, I'm mad that Braden is the murderer. I kind of wish it was like a mouse or somebody that we we overlooked. I'm mad that it's Braden. I am so mad that it's him We said it was him from the beginning, but because of the stupid signature, which makes me think, like, as a lawyer, if you've met this man, you know he's an asshole. You know he's an asshole. So why wouldn't you check a thing like a signature?
But what makes you think? Now, this is what I don't understand. When did he fill out what were the 2 pieces of paper? Because she left the hospital saying all of a sudden in the end of episode 8, she leaves the hospital when Paul dies. She's like, oh, I know who killed Kalisha. And that's what I'm thinking, how?
It popped her in the head.
Huh?
It just magically popped her in the head.
Yeah, magically popped in her head that, the NDA and the signature. And first of all, when did you see the NDA? Because it never showed when she looked at it.
No, she never looked at it.
And then what was the other piece of paper that he supposedly signed that she matched the signature?
I don't even fucking know. Like at this
I was
point,
just like, so all of a sudden, now, it's all episode. It took you here to look at a signature to realize he killed her.
But she's
another reason why she's a shitty lawyer. She's so shitty. She's so bad.
But she wins. She wins. According to her, she wins. Which she did.
I mean, they wrote her that way.
But if you notice, her assistant wrote down in a notebook cases she won, and cases she lost. Like, why would you do that shit?
Lawyers. I'm for sure lawyers probably do keep track cases that they won or lost. They probably keep notes, but because you're looking at what probably could be different or what you could have said that could have made the case go a little different, which is possible. But to have the case is written down, and you got one column from win and one column from losses, and you mean to tell me she only got 2 losses since old boy was sent to prison?
It was Damon and that dude.
Damon, and then no cases
since she took before. Yeah, before she got that.
Speaking of that, there weren't a lot of cases for about 16 years.
Exactly. So what the fuck was she doing?
Fucking around
the last 16 years.
She was like, is that a crime? It was like, no, that's an accident. Like, but is it a crime? Did anyone die? You're like, no, you can stop chasing the ambulance. Like, go sit down, Jax. Okay, go sit down. Nobody died. Nobody killed anybody.
It was just, and then the whole. So then you have that Braden kills Kalisha, which again wasn't surprised at all. None.
But her death scene was cool.
Plot twist.
It was
I mean, I guess.
It was the blood dripping, and it was
yeah, it was.
From
it was
the
a
stem
little.
of a wine glass. Like,
first of all, who is, as somebody that appreciates wine, who's spilling wine and breaking a wine glass to kill somebody with? You ain't couldn't got no knife.
Braden, because he never loses. He's like, I never lose. Isn't that something he said?
Yeah, that's something like some bullshit like that.
I
never lose, or you're not gonna take shit from me, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
not gonna take my shit.
Anyway, so now we move on to that. What was the next scene after that?
Oh my God, we're taking it scene by scene. Do not make me relive this, okay? Like, I just don't want to relive the whole thing. I mean,
kind of figured through the episode.
I get it, but I was scene by scene. Is like,
I know what I want to say that I did not write down, and I did not send in the text, and I did not send in the text group, which was
the chat. The chat is funny.
I'm not even looking at the chat.
I ain't even looking at the chat. I should probably look at the chat.
Oh, so Lisa, my friend Lisa's like, Saleia, you're crazy.
Yep.
Anyway, so when obviously Damon meets with Jax, before I even get to that point, what was the purpose of Kalisha's husband?
What was the purpose of this show?
Well,
I mean, like,
I'm just saying,
we could go there, but I mean,
but what was the purpose of the husband? Like
nothing.
I kind of wish it was him. That's who I wanted to kill.
Yes,
kill
that would have been better.
Well, I think his purpose was to give you just one more person.
Nah,
to think about who it possibly could have been, but only because in the beginning. But then he was just gone.
Well, he had a nervous breakdown because he was like, "You figured me out. I had this mental thing, and
apparently
you figured it out."
But plus, that's the husband on All Rise on, so maybe he didn't get enough screen time.
Maybe he was like, the story I'm doing over here actually makes sense. So y'all got me for 3 scenes.
Yeah.
3.
But at the same time, that's your ex that just got murdered.
No, they were.
No.
They were trying to work it out.
His wife. They
that was his wife. They were trying to
That's
work
his wife.
it out.
And you got embarrassed, so you can't come back to court.
Yeah, well, you know, the fact
guess.
that they found out he had a nervous breakdown, that just triggered him.
We
and he never
see
returned.
more. The cousin Fallon did more for Kalisha than her
She sure
own.
did. She
her
turned
own
into
man,
Kalisha.
so-
She did so much stuff for Kalisha. She turned into Kalisha, wearing the glasses, had
Well,
her hair
surprisingly, this
like
didn't go ahead. Yeah,
Look, it was to the point where
Go
when
ahead,
they were
Miss
showing
Reagan.
Kalisha and the cousin, and I thought they was the same person. Like,
yeah.
they
So in
really
some
looked.
and some angles, yeah, they did.
But then at
But
the
the
end,
whole point of that, like I said before in the other episodes of the podcast, is you're supposed to make the whole purpose to me. What I thought that purpose was for her wearing the glasses was to remind Braden of Kalisha. Like it.
none of that.
Anyway,
None of that.
So moving on to Damon and that stupid ass storyline. So he goes to meet with Jax, and Jax is pretty much like, I'm gonna work it out with my husband. So this is over and done with.
Yeah.
He's like,
okay,
is that all? He's like, okay, fine.
I
And
just
like,
think Jax is such a fuck girl. Like, you know what I'm saying?
oh, yeah,
like,
she got what she wanted and she was done.
but I just feel like
Twice. She
twice, 3, what? I guess I don't know.
Well, twice in the show. Supposedly she cheated on Lewis prior to the show.
But they didn't like. And okay, aside, who is your continuity person? Because stuff just ain't. You say one thing, it ain't adding up. It's not adding up.
But it's funny. The continuity is even. It's really on display when she's sitting in the courthouse. If she's sitting there, she has on the black suit and the portfolio thing open or whatever. And Braden walks up and says something to her. When they cut back to, she closes it or has it open. But when they cut to Braden, he says his line. They cut back to her, it's not there. And I was just like,
oh yeah, they suck at the like.
Nobody
it must have been
that?
an intern. It must have been an
I was
intern.
barely making it through. I didn't pay attention to that at all.
So also,
and I'm like,
scene,
restaurant scene.
The scene where she met oh boy to talk about
at the restaurant.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was like, why you gonna meet the dude with a sexy dress on? They're talking about we breaking up. And
you know that motherfucker's crazy.
You know he's already crazy. You know what I mean?
If anything, he's probably horny. 16 years. I mean, it was like.
But he
I'm
already
not
got it.
for anything for 16
but
years.
He already had. How many times they slept together in this series?
For 16 years, he was like, "That's my girl."
Yo, we go together now.
He's like, "That's my wife. I know she's married and got children, but trust me, that's my woman."
But if he had adjust now when they were, so obviously he leaves the restaurant and you think everything is cool. Obviously it isn't, because he's the one that fucking kidnaps her.
First of all,
I thought it was stupid.
Which
was dumb.
So he kidnaps her and he brings her to, spoiler alerts for anybody who hasn't seen it. We're spoiling all of it for you. So sorry. But anyway, because he kidnapped her.
And if you want to go watch this show, you're watching it at your own risk.
Don't. I'm telling you, don't do it.
Yeah, that means Kiana and Katrina, who both talking about they're going, well, Katrina talking about she wants to watch the show. Go right on ahead.
Okay, girl.
Go ahead.
Buy some wine,
have
buy
fun.
Some edibles, buy
let
some
me know how
weed, because you're gonna need it. So
it
anyway,
might make it slightly better.
I should have done that. I know you're right. I should have done that. But okay, so he slams her car. Okay, God knows where he slams her car. Nobody sees this, right? Okay, he slams her car
in LA.
Yep.
Nobody's
around in LA.
Nobody sees this. There's blood. I don't know. So somebody's bleeding, right? Somebody is bleeding. There's blood at the scene. He takes her back to the place he works at. So ain't nobody working right now? Nobody working on a car right now.
No, apparently
everybody in LA went home.
Nobody was working that day.
In the middle of the day, I guess. Okay, so he takes her to
the auto body shop.
Mm-hmm. Lewis doesn't tell anybody.
But I didn't mean to cut you off. Before we even get there, before speaking about the auto body shop.
Oh, okay.
So when Lewis when Damon gets to the auto body shop after he breaks up with Jax.
Yes.
And the brother was all like, basically he was getting all pissed for something, which I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, I thought that was so stupid.
Damon says to him, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna let it all go, the cars and I'm just gonna."
So you was doing a life of crime, so you can trust the lawyer.
But he is going to let go of doing the cars and whatever with the engines, whatever the side shit hustle they were doing, and he goes, "Oh, because I was doing that for her anyway," and I'm like,
"Yeah, I thought that was strange."
What? You're doing what for Jax? You stealing car batteries for the lawyer? You don't know that you're stealing car batteries?
Yeah,
that sounds so bad, but yeah, that's what he was doing.
Like, well, I'm stealing this carburetor for my attorney. She don't know I'm stealing it, but just in case I get caught.
Yeah, what you trying to impress her with a little bit of money?
And then he's getting mad. The brother's pissing him off, and he's like yelling, screaming, "Stop!" And I'm thinking, okay, you're not gonna kill him, or you're not gonna punch him in the face. You're not gonna do anything that's gonna determine what needs to be done. Like, you're just gonna scream, "Stop!"
Mm-hmm.
So is that what you did every time you got your ass whooped when you was a kid? Just stop! Like,
I don't know.
I'm getting like the brother's mad at him because he was sleeping with Jax, which I don't understand that whole storyline, because
I don't understand how much the brother was upset with him. You that upset with him that you want to fire him out on the street?
I mean, the car battery still got stolen, so I mean, like, you out here with that bitch? Don't call her that. And it's like, dude,
don't say that.
Come on, like, why are you so upset? Like, you were so pressed about these parts. Like, he was just so upset about these car parts.
But you didn't see them do no crimes. Like, they didn't.
No.
Got the cars in there.
It was just, but anyway, that was just the part that was just like, I was doing it for Jax. I'm like, doing what for her?
It was committing crimes to impress the lawyer.
But see, none of that made sense. Again,
that didn't make sense.
He crashes her car, which, okay, from what I've heard, this never happened to me, knock on air, hoping it never happens to me. But what I've heard, that if you get into a car accident and the airbag goes off, the airbag alone has such an impact.
Yes.
It could either knock you, it could really injure you or kill you. Yes. So he takes her from this car. Okay. She's obviously knocked out, and there's obviously blood. That's what's getting on my nerves, because there's blood, droplets of blood. Now, whose blood is that? We're gonna assume that it's Jax, but there's no sign of the blood. Like, there's no, like, nope. When she gets found, when Lewis and the police find her, they just send her home.
She got checked out by EMTs.
But no, they're supposed to take her to the hospital for other, because she got
this TV,
because of the impact of it's
TV magic. Come on,
I know, but that pissed me off. It's not real. It's not real. And then she's sprinting the next day, and it's like, girl, why?
Remember, she got kidnapped, and then she went to court right after, and everybody looking at her all. Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but still, she still sprinted the next day. She sprinted
after court.
But after court or whatever.
So though,
huh?
Tied up in that chair and have nightmares or something. You just
and it's called. Everybody's like, "Oh, we heard what happened." Like, everybody's reaction. Everybody heard except for Mama Lou. Right. Mama Lou didn't hear about it. She's like, "Is everything all right?" Okay.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Okay, baby. I'm gonna make me a meatloaf. How come nobody saw this woman?
She definitely.
Make me a meatloaf.
I can't stand you. I love you, but I can't stand you. Can we talk about
Paul died, right?
I know. Yo, Mama Lou.
I'm still in trauma for that.
Mama Lou is the absolute worst parent.
She
ever.
really is. But she's like, you kind of can't be mad at her because she's also very delusional too. So it's like,
I'm gonna be mad. I'm gonna be mad.
But I almost put this in the group chat when I was watching the scene with them too. That's why I put really, because it just proved the point that I said a couple episodes ago, which was she didn't believe her, but then she didn't tell her all the other times.
And she hardly told her.
You waited all these years to tell her all the other times after the man died, because you can see the look at her face like, you mean to tell me this was more than one time and you're just now telling me this?
But I think because she so fiercely defended him from that one time,
right,
like that would make me not want to tell her shit either.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, true. But she should have told him all then, though.
Yeah, but I think even if she knew, I think she would have had the same reaction. Was like,
well, the way Mama Lou was putting it off is that she wouldn't have. She probably would have never returned to Paul.
Yeah, because then it just looked like,
because that's the way they put it off in that scene.
Mistake. It wasn't a drunken mistake versus grooming her. Is
right. Because the way they make it seem like the way it was written was that it was a drunken mistake, was pretty much what he said to her. But she didn't say anything about him grooming her.
Yep.
Because I think at that point when she didn't realize.
But when she told, if they had just had the scene where they just showed her telling her mother, but they never showed that. So you just assume she told her mother, which obviously she did.
Yeah.
Right.
But then again, I guess they're trying to have it so that way she doesn't have the I guess the wherewithal to say that he was grooming her because she is 16.
Right.
So that kind of, but then that throws out the window Mama Lou's reaction to finding out that he groomed her. Now throws out what would her reaction would have been if she hadn't mentioned all the other times.
Because her reaction was more like, "Oh, well, that sucks for you, but I'm still alone. My husband died."
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Well, yeah. Well, shit. Like, now I mean, well, damn, yeah, he died. So yeah, okay.
Right. I'm still alone. Well, damn. But your husband was a pedophile.
I got a whole meatloaf at the house. Nobody else to eat but me now.
But then it's also one of those things too, where these characters are written where every scene has to have some type of fucking conflict.
Right.
Big or small. Every scene has to have a conflict. Like every single scene.
Well, like they were just written so one-dimensionally. There's just things that are just on a human level. I felt like the reactions wasn't there. Like for Lewis, if you know your wife is missing, you would tell Mama Lou.
He didn't look too goddamn
you would tell everybody, particularly if you show up to your wife's car, you see droplets of blood, you see her phone, she never leaves her phone, you see her purse, she never leaves her purse. That's alarming enough to kind of put everybody who knows her on notice that, hey, yo, she is missing. We're hoping that she's alive, but this is what's going on. He did none of that.
No, and everybody was like, nah, I ain't seen her.
But I was waiting when he got to the house for the babysitter to go, well, she left an address. So you know
like we back in 90.
Yeah, because that was just so obvious.
She left an address.
So obvious. No. In the way the police officers
what is that? Terrell said it.
Because it didn't make any sense to me.
Open junk and leave the front desk.
First of all, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, you're Lewis. You look on the app, you see her car. Okay, you go to the scene. You don't call the police. You call her Joe Smo.
Right.
I'm barely hanging on by a thread. Investigator that she supposedly has that works for the law firm. I guess he does. You call him. Have you seen Jax? Jackson's car is here. He's like, what? All right, well, I'll go get help.
Yeah.
Really? He goes to the police
station. Call
the
police.
Don't call the police, though. He goes to the police station, talks to the first person he sees at the desk, was getting ready to eat her salad. And it's like, hey, can you come with me to go check out this? She was
like, damn, I'm hungry.
And she's like, yeah. And it's like, that
then when she gets there, she acts like she's so bothered. Like, I mean, because if I see blood and the family's like, this ain't her, okay, I gotta call for backup or whatever, because this is obviously a crime scene. She's like, like
I gotta do work.
What I intended. I was on my lunch break, and now it's over, and now we can't find this girl. Where's this girl at? Like,
I still didn't eat.
That's what we're trying to tell you. She's missing.
But even the husband, when he called after he saw the blood on the ground in the car, he didn't sound like worried.
No.
He just like, yeah, this is a peculiar situation that's happened. Could you check this out for me, please?
And he was just sounding like he needed to make it a secret. Like, tell her mother. Like, just human nature would be like, okay, this is happening. I don't know what's happening, but she's missing, and we're
reaction.
And then he goes over to her friend's house. You're doing everything but call the fucking police. You go over to the friend's house.
No, what was even worse is the garage when Lewis.
But my thing is, how the hell did he even know what Damon worked? The girl only
because Chanel told her.
Yeah, he went to the couple's house, her friend's house.
Like, yo, you gotta tell me what's going on.
Yeah, her man is violent.
But how the hell did her friend?
Like, damn.
Like, okay. Like, damn.
Should I call the police for you? Like, you look like you need
it. But how did she know that Damon worked at the shop?
Though? Yeah.
How did she know that? Jack didn't tell her.
Well, you know, the same block. Damon's recovery house or whatever. It's whatever house he lived in. Her house. Everything is on the same block, so makes sense.
Yeah, that's true.
In terms of proximity, he was.
I'd be so mad if you made me spit out this wine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that was good.
And then he gets there, and then obviously Damon shows up, and he's like, "Well, I'm getting ready to leave," but basically, like he was
like, "Nah, I ain't."
Yeah, like I don't know her, but then I know her, and it's like, "Oh, good luck and whatever it is. I'm about to leave. Anything else?"
He played it off well.
Yeah, he did. But that's acting. So
I mean, but did he? He was like, "Nah, I ain't seen her."
Right there.
Yeah, but at least show. I know, but at least show.
No, I have not seen her.
Or at least Lewis getting in the car.
You mean like see her right now? I haven't seen
her.
Yeah,
like sitting outside and watching or something.
Right.
No, but that's how he was sitting outside talking about, oh, I've been here for a long time. And this
that's
dude
what he's saying. At least show it that he was sitting watching.
Exactly. Yes. Show that he's
well, we know it is
watching the place.
No, but he called somebody and was like,
Can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, he had said he was on the phone with somebody and was like, I'm here, and he hasn't left yet.
Yeah, he was talking to the investigator. I mean, the little Asian dude. What's his name?
Daniel.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. He called him and was like, I'm still here at the shop. And this dude saying he ain't seen Jax and he was leaving, but he ain't left yet. It was like, okay.
You ain't kicked the door down.
Right.
Yeah.
Why didn't you go
at this point, I was like thinking to myself, I'm so glad this is the last episode. Yeah.
It would have been more interesting if Lewis and Damon got to a fight like over the gun and was wrestling with it and the gun went up.
No. It would have been more interesting if it wasn't
that'd have been more entertaining, huh?
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
They were in the car shop and they were talking, Lewis and the boyfriend there.
Oh, he heard Jax scream or some shit? Yeah.
No, I just saw it. I called it. I was like, he got on all black. He got her in the back of the car, in the car lot. Got on all black. Right after it, he was back there with her.
I don't care anymore.
But I didn't even.
It's just like I'm done.
Do not care about this shit.
But it was just didn't make any sense of. That's why I put in the group chat. He's like, well, 16 years. I was waiting. I'm thinking that's all you was doing for 16 years was waiting to get out. You lied. It took you 16 years to lie that you killed somebody so you can get out to see her.
First of all, I'm not spending 16 minutes someplace that
No,
I don't have to.
So you mean to tell me there was no appeals? No nothing.
No nothing.
Apparently not.
Years?
She could no. She was like, I lost him out,
but,
and she
but
quit.
no phone calls. Like at least they should have sold some scenes of him trying to call her, and the line was busy.
Well, they did. That split second scene, the Damon episode that was all about him and how they met. They showed
that. Was right after he got convicted.
You're just supposed to remember.
Well, but he called her, and then they had their little phone sex makeout session, and then that was it. And then the end of the episode, obviously they show him and Lewis calling, but that was supposed to be the present moment. So it was like, but during the 16 years, you did not try to find her, because obviously you found her 16 years because that's how she got to the prison, because you called the job looking for her. So
really, because she had a different job.
No, early on.
He called at the beginning of the episode 1.
That's how she went to the jailhouse to see him.
Okay,
He was gonna lie. He said he's gonna do it so he can get out. That was in episode 1.
Yeah, why you didn't lie like
exactly week
1 or day 1? I was just playing, y'all.
Yeah,
no.
But then I had to think about
I'm not going to jail for nobody else.
Well, then I thought about it. I said, well, if they gave him 16 years of life, then he would have to wait 16 years. But I don't think
that's probably why.
I don't think they gave him 16 years of life though. I don't think that I don't remember. But anyway,
no, originally
because it don't really.
It was like 8 years,
it
but
didn't make any sense. But
yeah,
it really didn't.
The whole show didn't make no damn sense.
Nope.
You know,
and then
I'm
in
just
fact
really
they end
upset
with
at
Jackson's
the
friend killing her husband.
I mean, I kind of saw that coming, but
somebody was gonna kill him. He was an asshole. Like, he really is an asshole. Like,
right.
Somebody was gonna do it. If it wasn't her, the kids, the dog.
But at least, but
you know what? It's not funny, but at the end of this episode, I was like, that should have been that season. Like, there should have been maybe a murder, her murdering her husband. Like, if it were that, like, maybe she was an abused wife. If they had that,
but she had a black eye, didn't she?
Yeah, she had a bruise on the cheek.
He bubbled her up.
Well,
when was that? Recently?
Well, I'm assuming that must have been after Lewis left the house.
Oh.
Yeah, she had a bruised face.
Yeah, he went from being just a cheating asshole husband to a cheating asshole husband who beats her. This is extra.
I think he's been beating her the whole time.
Yeah,
we're supposed to assume that he's been beating her.
Yeah,
right.
When really you only seen him interact once when he was going to leave the parking lot, leave her ass stranded.
He's definitely abusive on a mental level for sure, but
I'm not watching no season 2.
I don't care anymore. I mean, for those people who like the show, I mean, Mike, bless your heart.
I'm all set with that. With the Reasonable Doubt.
I just try to suck every bit of entertainment out of everything that I can.
But see, I can't. When it don't make no sense, I can't. It's hard.
I know. It really is.
I just laugh at it.
Look, he has gone back and rewatched the episodes.
Oh, bless your heart.
I rewatched the last one.
No, this one and the last one.
I don't remember.
Oh, I remember, because you was like, I just watched it again. And I was like, what? Like, on purpose? Why would you do that?
What?
Like,
what? Like, it was blasphemy. What? What did you
do? Don't tell nobody that.
I'm mad at the fact that these characters were flat. They were so flat. There was no dimension. I don't feel anything for Jax at all. I didn't feel sorry for her. I didn't feel like she was great. Like, I felt nothing for her at all. But that, not just her, that was for everybody across the board. It's like, I was kind of to your point you had made in a podcast 2 podcasts ago, Terrell. They should have focused on the ensemble opposed to just focusing on her story. Like, give them all story. It almost seems like they wanted to give these people stories, but then they kind of go back to Jax's messed up life or whatever. And it just, I didn't care about her life.
And it's funny because her life wasn't really that fucking messed up.
No, really. Well, no, it wasn't.
No.
I mean, she was just, fucking everybody except for her husband.
He was just sloppy considered to her relationship.
Well, he was messing it up for himself, though. Remember that he was kind of.
Well, I mean, he gave her the ultimatum about answering the phone.
How you talk yourself on ass?
He did it twice, 3 times.
Like
in the show.
It was right there. But
again, like
you're gonna talk yourself out of it, but you're gonna watch it.
But like I said,
wife and somebody else.
It's written so that way every time one character has an interaction with another character, there has to be some type of fucking conflict where you just can't have a scene where there is no conflict.
Like, we can't just sit here and eat Cheerios and everybody shut the fuck up. Like, can we do that?
No. Because who's gonna watch that? Because then we'd be like, why is this happening? Why did they write this?
Why is like eating Cheerios and being all happy?
This is so boring. They must be sponsored by Cheerios. They sponsored by Cheerios. That's what it is. It's a product placement. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was just like I said, the writing was just not there.
Listen, and that's why I was so mad when I seen all of the actresses wearing the black sweatshirt with all the TV lawyers on it. Like, even Viola Davis had it on, and I was like, man,
she finally had it on? Okay.
Yeah.
She finally gave her approval. Here's what I will say.
Well, I mean, her character's name is on the sweatshirt.
Yeah. But they're promoting the film. Here's the thing. Aside from this crazy ass story show, Black representation is important.
It is.
No,
I get it.
Completely agree with you. But how dare you
but why not?
Jax was not a lawyer. She was not a lawyer.
No, she wasn't a good lawyer, but she was a lawyer.
Right.
She wasn't a great lawyer. But
if you look at the names on the sweatshirt, they was great lawyers, TV lawyers.
Yeah, I mean,
Jax.
Hey.
That's why she's at the bottom.
She should have been on the back.
Terrell.
Okay.
That's at the bottom of the sweatshirt. They knew what they were doing. They couldn't put her up there in the top 5.
Put her at the bottom. Can you make her font a little bit? A little bit
small. Look,
it should have been that should have been back.
Don't let's not make it noticeable.
The audacity. I was and I'm still mad. Like, y'all see this shit.
I'm not, because in terms of representation, I like the sweatshirt.
I would have gotten it because I like the other characters.
Yeah.
I probably would have just taped her name over. I mean, I like all the other characters.
I would be mad if anybody asked me about, like, okay, I understand Annalise and okay, and this, but who's Jax? I'm like, don't even ask me about that. We don't talk about Jax. Okay,
like, we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about
Jax. Okay.
Yeah, we don't talk about Jax. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Jax.
We don't talk about her. Okay.
Shit, they don't even talk about Jax in the show. In the show, they're like, oh.
So wait. Katrina said, so there's no point to this show.
That's right, Katrina.
Hey. Ding, 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 girl.
That's right.
Something else.
Okay, so.
And I'm thinking also, too, I'm like, that wig was long enough to put in a bun in the back of her head when she walked to the courthouse. I'm like, they couldn't do that in the other scenes.
But did you notice?
But Mama Lou's wig was tight, though. It was nice and curly. It was big. I liked it.
I mean, I guess. I mean, Jack's hair looked actually pretty good this episode.
Oh, yes, it did. It did.
Did you notice how in the last scene, and I don't know why they felt like it was important to do it or what was the symbolism behind that, but the last scene she wears all white. When throughout the show,
like when Olivia Pope wore all white, like the white hat.
I don't know if that's what they're going for, but no, like in the courtroom scene, Jax wore all white. When you think about
when Braden got found not guilty.
Yeah, because if you think about all those other episodes, she wore a lot of dark colors, and I thought it was interesting that they were trying to. I don't know, when you think of white, you think of purity and all that stuff, and I was like, what are they trying to say here? And then her hair was
pulled back,
and I was just like, why is this? I wonder what that's all about. But then you can't dig too deeply into it.
kind of got in that scene was maybe her, when she was in the courtroom by herself, was maybe her questioning, does she still want to be a lawyer? And I'm thinking,
I didn't get that at all.
Yeah,
that's what I thought. That's what I kind of was thinking when she was standing there by herself, and you kind of see the tear in her eye. Like, and I thought, is she questioning, does she still want to do this? But I'm thinking, it ain't your job that got you in trouble, that got your ass tied up. It wasn't a good job.
Coochie. It's the magical coochie got her ass tied up.
It was your loose lips. Your loose lips.
Sing a whole lot of ships.
That whole scene in the courtroom when she was looking and pondering, you're like, there's nothing. You're like, what is she thinking about?
What'd you say, Mike? I'm sorry. I'm so laughing at Saleia's comment. Her dumb ass.
I'm laughing at Shawn.
Anyway.
Oh my God. Go ahead. Sorry, Mike. You were saying.
She ain't finished. I know she ain't finished.
No, Jax is definitely not finished.
No, I said that scene in the courtroom where Jax is looking around and tearing up a little bit. You couldn't really tell what she was thinking about. You had to interpret it.
Well, yeah.
Like everything else, it was like, why? Why?
But did you see it took her like the whole scene with her and Damon? He had her locked up in the back of the auto body shop. It took her like the whole scene to shed tears. I was like,
and it was one, and it was like,
if you are really tied up, you will be crying to the high heavens. And I'm thinking,
But
at least
and then I'm also thinking, did you not realize it was him when he pulled you into the car, or when he was driving you where you were going? Because I'm sure he was talking to you.
Well, somebody sent, like he wears a certain like cologne or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know your man.
Prison.
That
you
is
know
her
what
man.
He smells like.
Yeah.
Shit. Say called prison.
The scent's called prison. Like,
he didn't smell like prison all the
like
time.
Oil and car parts that he's been stealing. You know what he smells like. She knew. That's the part that I did not understand. She knew it was him. You threw this.
Where did the blood come from? Can nobody answer the question about the blood?
Because we don't know.
That's the continuity you're talking about. There should have been at least a little bit blood on or something.
Well, at least
from
her face, her forehead, because I was thinking the impact of the
she should at least had a broken nose.
Well, at least
but it don't go nowhere.
Even if she didn't have a broken nose, she should have something on her forehead.
Yeah, like a cut or something. And she might have, but with everything else going on, we was like,
yeah. But here's the thing: it don't go nowhere. Usually, look, I'm not a physician or anything, but like, if you're bleeding, it usually means something's wrong. If something's wrong, it just don't stop. I felt like this show was like a cartoon, because in cartoons, people fall off cliffs. They get shot, and then the next scene you forget about it. And that's just kind of how this scene felt. It felt like a cartoon. It was like, the blood ain't important. She's mended. She's gonna sprint in the next scene. She's gonna sprint up the hill and stand in her power because she's a woman. Like I just and then the wind is gonna be blowing in her curly hair, which been curly for a while, but it's gonna blow in her curly hair. I hate this show. I really do. I hate this fucking show.
Go ahead.
It was a lot, but I think
it was too much thrown in here. The whole entire series.
It was like the kitchen sink. They was throwing everything at it, and
but the sink. But the sink.
I could see if you had 6 episodes to kind of squeeze all that stuff, but you had 9.
That's what I'm saying.
Had plenty old time.
I said from when we talked about episode 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Yeah.
That especially episodes 1 and 2, when we talked about it on the podcast, I said you set a lot of shit up that you're gonna have to pay off.
Right. And they did not.
And you never paid anything off.
Nope.
The only thing you paid off was the fact of who tied Jax up. But again, if you're gonna have a story that your main character, you're going to show her getting tied up in the beginning, you have to make every single person, or every single adult around her a fucking suspect that can tie her up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And she had really no fucking enemies except.
Yes, she did.
I mean,
Well,
what I mean,
people were angry with her.
But what I mean by that is, it's Lewis already gave you an ultimatum before the series even began. So you're already separated before the series began. You already know he's out the picture of the one that's kidnapping you, obviously, because there's not enough tension between you two to make any viewer go, maybe Lewis is the one that kidnapped her. No, there's nothing there. You try to throw in the red herring of Will with him pulling up beside her in the middle of the night while she's jogging in the middle of the night.
Turns out
with no reflective clothes on. Yeah, he ain't the one
at all.
Right.
That made no sense.
So you brought him in to make it seem like he was going to be the one pulling up beside her in the middle of the night while she was jogging. And then he texts her. She dismisses it. Calls her. She dismisses it. Or didn't even know she called. He's sending her messages. And then when he finally does see her face to face, he wants a fucking goddamn job reference. Are you fucking kidding me? That's why I've been calling you all the time.
Yeah, he was like, oh, there's something I got to tell you. Or something I got to talk to you about.
Like it was really pressing.
Yeah. Well, I guess a job is pressing when you ain't got one. So there you go.
But it's not her fault that her husband fired her because they had sex. That's not Jackson's fault. That's not my fault.
What?
Well, at least she could do is be available while he needs them.
I gotta hit it. What did you say, Shawn?
The reason why he got fired was because of Lewis.
I guess.
Okay, we can't hear Mike.
But she didn't get him fired.
She allowed him and invited him to have sex.
But she did not get him fired.
No, Lewis cut the contract or whatever he did.
Cause and effect.
He lost his
job.
job.
Take that shit up with Lewis. Why that got to do with me?
Right.
But if it's a contract
or something, because he said your husband is the one that I stopped something. I don't know if it was the account or some shit.
You're breaking up, bro.
That's how I lost my job.
Yeah.
But that's not the reason why you pulled up beside her when she was jogging in the middle of the night. That's not the reason why you would send her those text messages in the beginning.
Yeah.
All of a sudden
it's
now
the magical coochie.
Now he looking for a job reference. So that sucks. That's the part where the writing is just like it doesn't make any sense.
That's that crazy coochie.
Fall off a cliff.
These men are be going crazy
for the magical coochie.
Yeah, and then they don't correlate to how you was acting in the beginning.
But none of this correlates to any of the characters.
One of the reference, you know what I mean? There's no connection at all.
No, because this motherfucker was downstairs cooking eggs and fucking pig eggs the night after. Like, hey, girl, she was like, right. Still here?
Right. So it was like, but that would have been a perfect. Even if we all would have knew that it was going to be him, that would have been. I would prefer that than it being Damon. Because
it could have been anybody else but him.
I said, I wish it were Kalisha's husband, because that would have been the person that would have made much more sense, because we didn't see him and she really did piss him off. You know what I mean? Like that would have made.
But that was before. But it was before the verdict, so
it was after the verdict.
So now is Braden gonna kill his wife? Now that she want to take divorce him and take cash?
About Braden?
Oh no, man. People be coming out their mouth and they'll kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's taking the kids and.
Well, he's gonna be busy. Braden's gonna be busy dealing with the federal case.
What happened to Theo?
Nobody knows.
I don't. He just looked at the empty seat.
Yeah, he started smiling.
He's smiling at the seat. But you didn't explain what the fuck happened.
But why? Look, you try to make sense. You try to make sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I am. That's why I am. And I shouldn't be.
Yeah, but I mean, look what we have.
It's over.
Now, all those documents that Kalisha's cousin got. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Just gaps everywhere.
But let's just take the L. We watched a shitty ass show with no explanations. Nothing made sense.
We watched some shitty ass shit before, so
yeah.
But I had hope for this show when I
did too.
Kerry Washington
absolutely.
was behind it. Larry Wilmore was behind it.
Wait, Lisa said Theo, aka Leroy.
Oh, so Katrina goes, he's still in the Cosby Show. No, not that Theo.
I mean, they could have threw that Theo in there, and that probably
and it would have been okay. It
that
would have been better than what we got.
Yeah, not that Theo. The white guy in the show is named Theo. But I was saying what happened to him because they didn't explain, like they didn't explain anything else.
No, they didn't explain what happened to him. They didn't explain anything really.
Nope. No,
but like you said, we had high hopes for this show because
because of the people that were behind it. So I figured this show, to be honest, I didn't even see the trailer. I saw an image of it. I was like, oh, reasonable. I saw it on Hulu, but I didn't even watch the trailer.
I saw the trailer.
And then when Saleia was like, oh, we should watch it. And I was like, okay. And then when we first started watching it, I'm like, I have no connection to these characters. None.
You know what I believe? I believe that most of the actors, and even probably Kerry Washington,
go ahead.
I feel like maybe they know the show ain't great either. You know what I mean? And they just, they have to do their due diligence. They can't be like, hey, I'm part of the show. It's shit. Watch it at your own risk. Like they got to promote a show that is watchable. They got to, sell it. So maybe, and these actors need to work. They need to work. They're Black actors who need to work.
They do.
And I totally understand that, but let's get the writing, let's get the writing down.
But that's not their fault though. It's the writing.
Yeah, it's the writing.
Even the acting, my man, the husband, that was my boy through most of it.
Oh, Louis?
Louis. Because he was the only one that wasn't totally.
He said who? Louis?
What?
He wasn't totally jacked up. He had a few flaws. He wouldn't go to
a few.
He was the
and the unexplained.
How you creeping on your own wife?
Well, people like what they like.
I'm sorry, say it again. How was he what?
I said, how was he his acting through the whole thing?
Yeah, what about
it? It
was okay.
It was very monotone.
All of it was. All of them were very
even when he was banging the other chick, he was just like,
Yeah, he was always the same. He was always the same.
Like, I'll do it.
I don't know.
I'll show her.
He was always the same.
Yeah, it was just like I said, they weren't believable. Period.
Yeah.
Nobody was. Nobody. It was just again. I see Tyler Perry written all over this.
But
it reminded me of a play. It reminded me of a bad play.
Yes.
Once I said stories, but now it's like a play. Even with the scene, like in the beginning, one guy leaving and then the next person coming right after.
It was just like Passions.
Yeah, it was
remember Passions?
I remember Passions, yes.
It was just like that.
I don't remember Passions on BET?
And then also too.
No, it was on NBC.
It was on NBC. But also too, what happened to all that great lighting that was in the first scene when Jax was taken? What happened to all that lighting when she got?
Oh, I know. She was completely in the dark and she didn't fall back. Remember, she was supposed to fall back.
Oh, she did? No, I didn't even know that. Didn't even notice
I
that.
didn't remember.
Well, I remember that because when he was getting ready to shoot her, she's like praying and she's falling. That's when she falls back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was just like, where's all that lighting that they had in the first episode? Like, it looked like there was like, we only got this lighting for a day, so we're gonna make it work. And
well, just like they only had the hairstylist for that one episode. So I mean, look.
Talk about the hair. Yeah, that's crazy. You couldn't even match up the scenes of her being tied up.
No, nope. Totally two different. You can see it's
yes,
two different. Like if there is no. It's almost like they filmed that first, and then they did the other one just for like a trailer or something, and then they happened to put that.
Yeah.
They said they was on the budget.
On the budget on the top.
Yeah,
they've been on the
budget must have been $50 a day.
Let's wrap this up.
They've been on the budget all the whole entire show.
No, I'm sorry. Hulu got that good Disney money, so
this is their Onyx collective.
So I think first what they need to do for season
basically it's like their version of Cold Black Entertainment.
You keep mentioning Cold Black.
Because a lot of these, because that's exactly what the shit reminded me of.
Well, I can't think of any movies that they've done or shows. There
you go.
Wow.
Okay. You can laugh. Exactly.
I'll agree with you. I think, like you said, we were expecting great.
Body Cam was better than this, and all those.
No, it wasn't. No one.
How you fix your lips to say that?
Lord have mercy! Don't be bringing up trauma.
I mean, we have a very we have Body Cam. Okay, so listeners, for those who don't know what Body Cam is,
don't watch it. Don't do it.
It stars Mary J.
Blige.
She plays a police officer.
She plays a police officer in New Orleans or New Orleans.
Yes,
how you say it. Yes. And the whole movie shot at night. I think there was like 2 scenes that was shot in the day, but it's all shot through the night. And we are under the impression that somebody knew it was a student film, and
they only had license to film at night.
Yeah, and somebody had owed like Mary J a favor, or she was like, "Listen, I'll just be in your movie for a quick second, and I'm."
She was like, "I gotta pay alimony, so I'll do it at this point." Man, I gotta pay that bastard ass husband of mine. I'll do the movie, I guess. What's it about?
Yeah, that was terrible because it wanted to be like Candyman, but it wasn't.
I'd rather watch Mary dance. Okay, I can watch Mary dance.
I mean, I can watch Mary dance all day long, but Body Cam was bad, but it wasn't as bad as Vivarium.
But the movies we're speaking of now, the reviews for those movies are on my former podcast called T's Notebook, the podcast. Okay. You can go back and listen to those. Those are still up on all your podcast listening apps.
But those only lasted an hour and some change. How many hours did this show have in it? Like 9 hours.
It was 9 hours of your life that you will never get back.
And granted, I'm probably going to spend those hours watching YouTube or whatever, but still, I want to decide. You know what I'm saying?
Pick this show.
I know it. I'm sorry.
You weren't even thinking about Reasonable Doubt.
I know, my bad.
You were trying to decide, and you picked it. Now, see, I would have picked Interview with the Vampire, which was very good.
We could still pick that show.
Well, that's over with now. The season's done.
Well, we can. Well, we're trying to do it when the season is current. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you picked this just like Jen picked.
Because I had such high hopes for these beautiful Black people. I was like, look at these Black folks on TV.
Somebody else picked some.
Yeah, we've had some doozies.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, Body Cam. Oh, what's the one? The hair one.
Bad Hair.
Yeah.
Not the Chris Rock documentary. The movie.
Oh. No, the Bad Hair with Kelly Rowland and Usher and Lena Waithe.
Oh, Usher was in that. He was only in there for like a second though.
Yeah, he was in there for a quick second.
Mm-hmm.
There's another hair movie with Sanaa Lathan I thought was pretty good.
Wait a minute. Usher hair was in Bad Hair?
Yeah, he was in there for a split second, like a few minutes. He played Kelly Rowland's boyfriend.
Oh yeah. She was supposed to have been like a Janet Jackson type character, and I think Usher was supposed to be like a MC Hammer type of character, or some shit like that. Type of character, some shit.
So I won't pick up for a while. I just
no. We're not holding this against you because we didn't hold Vivarium against Jen. And what was the other bad one? Who picked Bad Hair? Me.
I think that was me again.
Well,
I was in agreement with you on Bad Hair because the trailer did look good, but
also it was to me, Bad Hair was like a satire. It was slash.
Yeah. As you can see, podcast audience, we moved on from Reasonable Doubt. That's why I titled this Hulu's the season finale of Hulu's Reasonable Doubt. among other things, because we ain't gonna be spending all that time talking about that stupid ass.
Yeah, it's over. Glory to God.
If y'all want to watch it,
it's above us now.
Yes,
it's above us now.
It's over and done with.
Like,
We won't be talking about a season 2. I guarantee you that shit. That no.
So have we seen the trailer for The Riches on Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've sent it to y'all.
Yeah. I listen. So they've been showing on FX. They've been showing the commercials for Kindred.
Ooh, I do want to see that. Yeah. Terrell, you sent it to us.
Yeah. So
did I?
So
yeah.
So there's some time travel between the present time and the plantation times. And in the trailer, the woman's boyfriend, who is white, they go back in time and he owns her as a slave. And I was like, ooh.
But that's what happens in the book. I was kind of curious to see how they would do it. I didn't read all of the book because I just didn't read all of the book. But it looks from the movie, the way they did it, I'm like, oh, so that's how they're doing it? Okay. Because there was a movie that was done years ago, kind of similar to that. I forget the actor's name, but it was done with a black man, and he was like a homeboy, it was like back in the 90s. So, the writing was, yo, very, after school TV type of movie. But anyway, he was like a hip hop kind of guy. And he, I think he runs into an older guy who's like, yo, you need to respect your elders. And he says something really smart, whatever. And he gets thrusted back into slavery. And I thought it was going to be like that. It's not a show, it was a movie.
I must have skipped that one.
No, it was remember back in the day where they had Black Stars or the Stars, BET, before it was Black Stars, it was like BET. BET had a movie channel. They still have that? Oh, okay. Well, that's when it was kind of new.
They do?
Oh, okay. I don't know. I ain't got cable. But that's when it was like new, and they were showing like independent films like Have Plenty and all that. And that was like a
they still show it. Yeah.
They still show. Okay, they still showing the same programming. Okay. I ain't missing nothing.
Yeah.
So what's that? What's that? BET plus?
No, Showtime and BET, they're all on the Viacom, so they kind of show the same type.
Maybe
of
they
movies.
can tuck this show on that.
This show should be on BET.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, it should be on BET. You know what? I hate to say it like that. I like that's insinuating that trashy shows should be on BET because I don't know. I don't know where this show fits in, but the writers need to be. They need to workshop their stuff. They need to look at
like a training.
Yeah, they do,
show.
But they need to work a little bit better.
It's like a training. They gave the writers like a show to train on.
No. They trained on Scandal. That's where they got their training from. They should know better.
Apparently, I told you. No, I'm not gonna say what I said last time.
Oh, say it.
No, because I said it. I told Terrell to do it. Huh?
Why they lied on their resume?
It was mean. It was really mean because when we found out that they were the writer of the show, I was like, writer of what? Periods? They write the periods at the end of the sentence.
Oh yes. She's so stupid.
That's kind of mean.
Said. It was like episodes 5 or 6. We were talking. I don't know if it made it on the podcast.
It didn't make it on the podcast.
But,
thank God.
Because we found out that I found out that the lady was a writer on Scandal, but she also was a writer on Work Recovery on Little Fires Everywhere too.
See, I couldn't get it.
But she said she was a writer on Little Fires
Everywhere. Yeah, now I'm convinced that she is the exclamation point lady. No way. No way. Little Fires Everywhere was actually pretty good.
I couldn't get past Reese Witherspoon. She was too careless,
but she played a part well.
But Little Fires Everywhere is based on a novel. This is not.
No, I read the book.
This is based on This show was based on whatever the writer came up with. So it's very different when you're taking somebody else's work and making it for a show, because you got limits and certain things and license that you can do and certain things you can't do. Whereas when it's your own content, like I said, this reminded me of we're back on Reasonable Doubt podcast listeners, but this it just reminded me of my early writing. Like I said, it reminds me of my early writing when you just think everything that pops in your head is fucking fantastic.
Wait, is that the lady that you wrote was?
But they had the heart attack, who had heart problems, and had to run out of the she had a heart attack. Yeah,
yeah, that's her.
Called me out on when I wrote it. That's exactly what this shit is. It's exactly what that is. Like, it's you write how you think TV shows, or you're writing it from a viewer standpoint as of from a writer standpoint.
But if your profession is a writer,
but if you're in the midst of other writers, there's some other writers that are better than you. So
yeah, like I imagine
there's scenes you might work on.
Yeah.
An episode, but you might not write the entire episode. Then you might write the entire episode. You might work on a couple of scenes. You might do the rewrite. You might be the one who initially writes the whole episode, and somebody reads it, and next thing you know, they ain't your words because somebody else rewrote the whole shit. Do this shit over.
I feel like there must have been somebody who was like, there has to be somebody who's like, that ain't good. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
There has to be somebody
saw this shit.
But apparently not, because look at what we got.
Yeah, but they can't, but they're probably lower, they're probably the lowest man on the totem pole, so they probably have no power in terms of like what we actually see.
Just boo.
Because here's the thing. There is life. Before we actually see what we see, there is a whole lot of life and business that happens in the background. So what we see is with the network, because Hulu has great content. So for Hulu to be like, yeah, that's good, and they don't say anything, and mind you, these shows go through screenings before it actually hits the public. It goes through screenings first. So nobody said anything. Nobody was like, yeah, who was the producer? Let me holler at you. This is trash. This is trash.
Because they build it as if it was Olivia Pope Part 2.
But they didn't. They did not. Olivia, no, they tried to. They tried to, and then they came up with something else.
They advertised it like,
I told you, it's that same thing of, like I mentioned before, with Tyler Perry in that movie where I lost $13.50 from.
Alimony, y'all. He's talking about alimony.
Acrimony.
Oh, acrimony.
It was on the other day, and I was like, I'm not watching this.
Don't. Anyway,
you need to watch it.
But it's that same thing of. He said,
that's all you have to say.
Basically, he pulled everybody in saying, "Oh, it's good," and it's good, but he was inspired by Gone Girl, and you watch
which
it,
was totally off kilter from Gone Girl, because Gone Girl was actually pretty good.
This has nothing. This
that fucking book.
This is nowhere near Gone Girl,
Dang.
but it's the same thing as. But when you hear somebody says, "Oh, this person was a writer on Scandal," it like, oh, okay, well, let me pay attention, and then you find out that the person who actually played Olivia Pope is one of the producers. You're like, oh, okay. Which
like, this is gonna be good.
It's gonna be good. Under that video of when Tamron Hall, the one you sent us, when Tamron Hall had Jax on her show, and she was describing the show.
Emiati Kinaldi is the actress who plays. Yeah, no, it's long. It's got lots.
But they had her
letters.
on. She was on Tamron Hall. But the way Tamron Hall described the show, I was like, "What show was this?" Because I was
that's not what I was watching.
This is not the show that we're looking at.
No.
People in the audience, people that were in the comments on the Facebook video were like, they would know. Some did, yes. Some people were like, "Oh, I was going to go past it because I just thought it was going to be somebody trying to have a scandal type show." And then when I found out Kerry Washington was a part of it, that made me want to go ahead and watch it. And I'm like, okay, that's why a lot of people probably tuned in. Mm-hmm. But again, like I said before on the other podcasts, they're going after them people who ain't gonna ask the questions that we gonna ask. They're just gonna take it at the surface level and say,
I feel like people were watching it just as an escape. Like people just wanted that.
There's so many other things I could watch and get escape from. This ain't.
But I'm just saying, like, people just want to watch something mindless for a little bit and just want trashy TV or a guilty pleasure. Like, this would have been okay for them.
But I understand what you're saying, but even mindless TV, like I think about like now is the season to watch like corny Christmas movies that have the same storyline in all of them. You know, little girl goes back to town and they find the meaning of Christmas and they find love or whatever. It's the same thing. Like it don't falter. That's mindless to me, but it has a story. It has the beginning, middle, end. They're tying up ends, all of that. That's not what this was. This was a story that never quite found the ends. Like it was just
because
so much.
They never weaved it together.
No,
it's not cohesive at all.
And all the sex scenes was whack.
Oh my God, I talk with my hands a lot. I just noticed.
You were like this.
I'm like all about my hands. Glory to God, you know. Karate.
That's why I'm not looking at the. That's why I'm not looking at the YouTube live stream.
I need to turn it off.
I got it minimized.
I see a whole lot of movement, and I'm like,
it is you.
It's me. I was like, who the hell is moving like that? And this is me turning shit off.
It's you.
Bye.
So those on the YouTube live stream, there was a 20-second delay between what we're actually saying than what you're seeing on YouTube. So, yeah.
I wonder if I do this in meeting. I'm just thinking like when I have my Zoom calls and meetings. And
I'm like,
here's why you can't do that. You can't do that because it's not going to be
questioning who you are now.
This explains a lot.
Then you're gonna be so conscious on your Zoom meeting. You're gonna be, I have my meeting. I'm gonna just be sitting just like this. She's gonna be trying to move her hands.
What do I do with my hands now? What do I do?
Like, oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay? She ain't using her hands today.
Well, she got her hands in her pockets now.
No wonder that's why they all pause for a little bit. I'm like, why are you pausing? I'm not angry. I'm not angry. Apparently I have angry hands. I think I have angry hands.
You do. That's gonna be your new moniker. Saleia, angry hands.
Angry hands.
Oh, hold on. Somebody said, wait, the sex scenes weren't good. The first episode was the voyeur scene and the husband, that was it.
No, they're whack. They are just awful.
The sex scene ain't that great.
No,
I'm not saying we're expecting porn-style sex scenes, but
the worst sex scenes are the ones with Damon in them.
The worst? I mean, it's Michael Ealy. Come on now. It wasn't that bad.
No, he was like
the worst though. I mean,
no. Okay, the beginning
good.
No. The first, okay, so the part where they was in the kitchen, like the first half of it was fine, like the first 30 seconds. But then she kept wiping down the countertop afterwards.
Yeah, that's what was bad. You know what was bad? The telephone sex wasn't that great. It was like,
that was awful. No. In the hotel, the first hotel when he made her a bath. No, wait.
They never had sex. Remember, he left.
Had sex in that scene.
Okay, so it must have been the last one when
it was.
God.
That's the other thing. That's when he was being cool. Like, we don't have. He went from we don't have to have sex. Like, you my woman.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're deleting text messages off her phone.
It was angry. It was like it was awful. Oh my God,
a long time, man.
But you already had sex.
But he's got 16 years of sex that he needs to catch up on, so it ain't gonna be
dumbass fault.
You had that, but
I don't feel bad for him.
They had sex on the kitchen counter.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was like unnecessary. It was like,
it was out of place.
It's a sex scene, really.
But she kept wiping down the countertop. So what does that say? Like,
I actually like that because that shows some type of shame.
But he gave her a yeast infection.
She did it again.
Not on the countertop though.
But shut up.
They didn't do it on the countertop, but they did. They did it at the hotel room. But he gave her a yeast infection.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently it was him. I don't know. We're not gonna blame Michael for everything.
Well, it wasn't
that's what she said.
But it wasn't Lewis.
But what Lewis? That's Eagle.
That's what she said. She said that's what he gave her. Apparently.
Yeah. Now, if she said a urinary tract infection, I'd be like, damn. But a yeast infection? That's nothing to flex on. Like, you know what I mean? That's
the sex is good, but
girl, it was so good. I got a yeast infection.
Oh my God. It's official. We are off the rails.
Oh my God, this is gonna get banned. I should get some from YouTube tomorrow.
Our first last episode
we were live.
Oh. That's what happens when you go live.
Well, people who haven't listened to the podcast, listen to the podcast. What you get here now is what you get every time.
It's what we do every week. So
we do every week on Mondays.
Yeah,
this foolery. If you like it, this is what we do.
Yeah, we don't do live that often.
Yeah, so this was our first time. Look, we probably do it again.
Who the hell? Who is the fire? Is that what that?
Oh, that's my friend B.
Supposed to be?
Yeah, that's my friend.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, who was that? I'm like, who's the fire again? You ain't got to worry about that.
Katrina said, not on the countertop. Yep.
On the countertop, girl.
Yep. The yeast.
Yep.
And they ate dinner. They ate dinner after.
Ate dinner on the countertop. I mean,
right.
Yeah. And she didn't mention that one word.
No.
Until after dinner.
She don't mess up the movie.
See, this is why she a shitty friend. I will stand by it. I will stand by it. She's a shitty friend. Why would you
don't have sex on your countertops?
Oh.
Be regular and have sex on the couch or in the bed.
Right.
You had sex with Will on the couch.
Going to assume that the kids weren't home then when they were having sex?
Yeah, we
maybe. I guess she didn't care about them kids.
They
could have been home.
No, she didn't.
Anyway, she didn't care about them kids.
Listen, they was fighting in front of the kids.
We don't know if the kids was
late
on
show. Yeah, that's true.
Listen, okay, so let's talk about the kids real quick. Every time you see the kids, they was either going to school or coming home from school, and they had to go upstairs and do their homework.
Right.
You didn't ever see them kids eat.
Yeah, they did. Oh, actually, no, they didn't.
No, but you never seen anybody eat according to Terrell. Remember,
the only person on the show, the only person that took a shower on this show was Jack. She was the only one to wash her ass this entire show.
And that was only one time, wasn't it?
It was the beginning episode, and
so what she do? Hit the hot spots every other episode?
I don't know.
Work? I mean, shit.
You figured she wasn't doing her hair. I mean,
but nobody
didn't add up.
No.
The wig
gets wiggier. Oh. But nobody eats on any other TV show. It always seems like nobody. Well, that's not true. On this show, nobody eats.
I was at the club. They've been at the club.
Huh? What?
They've been drinking. They haven't been eating.
Yeah, true.
When they're at the club.
You know, at least Olivia Pope would have popcorn or something with her wine. Here, they just drink and you never really see anybody eat. They only like the food on the table. They just play around with the food just to have it in the scene. Even with her girlfriends. Like you don't never. Yeah. And never went into the whole situation of that situation. And then never went into her and Chanel, like why they have this.
Yeah, the friend dynamic.
Yeah, like again.
Yeah, you just ain't gonna know about that.
The friends didn't need to be in there. There was no. Again, like I said through all the other podcast episodes, there was no reason to have any of the friend scenes at all. None.
There was a lot of.
They didn't come to her aid. You mean to tell me all her friends didn't show up? The other chick didn't call the other friends like, Jax is missing.
No, he called that one friend because apparently that's the only one friend he know about.
And then
I guess
he gonna talk about and her husband talk about, well, Lewis is my friend, so we need to find out where the fuck she is.
Look, cause he walked in on your threesome. That's how we friends.
No, yeah. Like, oh, I guess they're friends. They didn't indicate that before, really. But
they try. No, I guess they did. When he met him in the grocery store, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm having this party."
But that was the setup to the freak show at the house.
Pretty much.
Place, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which, by the way, whatever this child name is, she don't work. So where the hell was she while he was playboying it up in his house? Where was she at?
No, I think he said that she went to go visit her mother or something like that.
That's a long ass visit. Where was she? Her mother out of town?
I mean, unless her mother lives in Fresno, some damn way. I'm saying it like I know California.
No. California's big, so
it's big. She went up north. That probably could be an all-day trip. By the time she get back home, the party over.
I guess, but that is not the first time he had a freak show in her house. No. And she knew too. She had to have.
She already said in the early episode.
Everybody on the show knows that the other person is cheating. They don't give a fuck, so it don't really matter.
She said it in episode 2, 3, when they first had dinner, that her husband was cheating.
She knew. So she knew. She knew about the sex party.
She probably.
And he is a walking disease. You know he is. If he's freaking like that, he's a walking disease.
Walking disease.
Okay.
She elected
walking herpes.
Okay, herpes, gonorrhea, COVID, flu, all of it. He got all of it.
Yeah, they just.
They didn't have kids, did they? They didn't have no kids.
But see, that's the problem. So they remember the barbecue. Remember the
barbecue. Those spirits in heaven.
They needed to hire IG girls for the weddings.
I
saw that too.
Birthday party, because remember,
stop seeing that.
Remember the chick that was banged?
Yeah,
she was there.
So can we say thirsty? That girl was thirsty.
I mean, she was like,
for Lewis, yeah, she was.
And she was thirsty.
You Jax. Hope I can see you soon. Like, really?
Yeah, man, wrapping presents with you. She trying to bang everybody. Wrapping presents.
She was like, I'm gonna get laid. She's like, I got one time.
But even that sex scene was whack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just
well, that was a shocker. That little threesome, I was like, oh, ABC.
No. I'm talking about the sex with the chick and Lewis at his house.
Oh.
Both of those.
Yeah. I had to fast forward. I
was happy for Lewis.
Of course you would.
Well, his wife.
I wasn't happy for him, but I mean.
But not. He want to be.
I mean, in terms if you're like, I don't know. I just don't care anything for any of these characters. So I didn't care who was getting happy or not.
Everybody was getting cheated on. Everybody knew, and Lewis was just the one that was watching it. Because again, he be talking to himself.
He went to that party and was like, "I'm gonna get me some ass,"
and he still didn't get none.
I'm gonna walk away with something.
He could have. He could have, but again, he talked to himself out of that shit too.
I did not understand what was the threesome scene for. I mean, I get it.
Just
to show the chick was a freak, but you can get that from. By the way,
you needed to see that she was a freak, though.
You didn't need to see that, though.
I mean, I didn't need to see that, but I'm just saying.
None of us needed to see it.
I mean,
but how long he stayed there long enough to see a threesome, though? Like, it was definitely daytime.
Like he was
definitely daytime.
He wanted to join in.
I thought he was going to join in.
I thought he was going to join in.
Yeah, they left that empty too. You don't know if he joined, he watched, he left.
Well, we know he didn't join.
No, he didn't join.
He got scared and was like, "Oh my God."
Like, ew, I can't stop watching.
Oh, I can't. Oh my God. What is he doing to you? Oh,
when they cut the scene, he was still looking in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, then he made his ass back over to
and how come nobody stopped? Because his whole body was in that room. Like, it wasn't like
he was like, hey.
It wasn't like he was freaking. His whole ass body was in that room. You can't be peeking when your whole body is in that room now.
Did she look at him too?
Yeah, she did.
Looked dead at him.
She looked dead at him.
Yeah, but how could you not? Like I said, he was whole ass body in the room. Like he was only a couple of footsteps away from the actor.
His boy ain't been like, oh hey. He kept going. So
his boy don't care. He's messy too.
But you already knew that was gonna happen. He was gonna see somebody in there.
Yeah.
We got up to it.
Listen, least, again, if you're gonna have the sex scenes in there, make them interesting. This was not interesting.
We'll make the show interesting.
Yeah, because that's the only way.
When you don't have a first scene, but your
interesting.
first scene ain't interesting, the rest of the show isn't gonna be.
No.
But at least throw some nuggets in there where
Because I was not interested in who had Jax tied up.
No, I didn't care either.
Look, I told you they should have all burned in hell, except for Naima.
Damn, Shawn.
Why Lewis, my man Lewis got to burn?
Because he's a dumbass.
I don't think Lewis should burn in hell. I think he should be the one pulling out the fire, and then he should have epiphanies.
Look,
Lewis didn't do nothing.
That's why
except not going to counseling.
And
give her an ultimatum. But that was it.
And what?
Well, now he wants to go to counseling.
Yeah, at the end of the damn show when your wife got kidnapped, he's like, maybe I'll consider that. Maybe I'll consider that.
Listen.
What else did Lewis do wrong?
Talk himself out of getting some ass from his own wife. No, but to do it several times.
I'm laughing because remember in the first podcast, Mike was like, go ahead and defend her.
And here you go defending him.
Well, no, I'm just defending what people did.
No, fuck Lewis.
All he was is a
my
communicator. All of them were poor communicators, though.
Oh, yeah. Jax and Lewis cannot have a conversation like they.
Unless they shit on somebody.
Wait. We gonna go back to Saleia's. I'm a lawyer, bitch.
No, somebody asked, is there one thing you liked about the show?
Is there
one thing y'all so
the music
you liked about the show?
I liked the music
in the beginning.
The music was fire, but throughout the show was fire. I was shazamming.
I guess.
The music is good.
I love the music in the beginning. I love the music in the end. I do. That's about
the music is
fire. Only thing I liked in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you like about the show?
I know Mike is the optimist.
Mike is the show optimist.
I'm the optimist.
So what did you like about the show?
The music.
Yeah, the music. Yeah. Nah, you better like more than just
Come
the
on
melody.
now,
Right?
You better
like more than just the melody.
Yeah, you know what I liked about? Nah, I can't even say that.
No, go ahead,
say it.
I'm about to cape for my man again, but he still was dry.
Lewis?
Acting. He was still dry in his acting. He had the same expression, concern expression the whole time. When he was upset, when he's worried, when he was mad about her cheating.
He was like,
even when he came outside the bar, he still had the same expression. Like,
no, he was getting out the car. He was gonna go beat his ass.
He wasn't gonna do a goddamn thing.
I know he wasn't gonna do that, but that's you
stepped up the car. I was like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Get your ass back in the goddamn car. What you gonna do? You getting out like you about to do something. You gonna do shit. Get your ass back in the car. Shit. And that's exactly what he did. He got right back in the car and drove off.
He's like, okay. And he drove off.
So every time I kind of almost like something,
we ruined it for him. We ruined it. Like, no, you don't like it.
He brought the truth out.
That's trash.
Even like Michael Ealy's character when he started, and they just went from when he was smooth at the first time in the hotel, and I just got this for you. Let me just leave you here. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, that's some cool shit right there.
Michael Ealy is eye candy. Even in a trashy show, you can like, he kind of gets a pass.
But that was that after the school reunion?
Yes.
Yeah. Well.
No, wait.
That was before the school reunion.
Okay.
That was before. Because then all of a sudden he just.
That's right. All of a sudden he changed. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't be around the kids now. Like, you talking about? You're the side piece, man.
Like, no, dude, you're a criminal.
Yeah.
You're the side piece.
I gotta have it. I like criminals.
Know your role. Know your role.
You don't want nobody to see me with you. Side piece.
Wait,
side piece.
I'm saying
I like Jax's outfits.
Some side piece stuff. Something you gotta tell me.
I ain't defending the side.
Oh yeah.
Piece.
Okay,
that's right.
I'm just saying.
So we can say one thing we did like about the show.
Jax has some.
Jax's outfits were good. They were nice. They were not up Olivia Popish, but they were
good for Emmy Yasi. They were good for her body type.
Now the outfits were good. They styled her very good.
Yeah. Now the hair and makeup person did not correlate with the costume people.
No.
At some point they gave up. At some point they gave up. And it was like,
but then they found an opening. There was that one episode where they had the opening where the original guy came back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like,
he must have had a day off or something.
I guess, but you know what?
Working on another
last episode, her hair was looking nice though.
Yes.
It was looking
because
really
it was the
nice.
last episode. We're still going all out. We don't know if we'll be back for season 2, so we need to go all out. Let's just go for it.
You should have said that for the whole series.
Yeah.
Like Saleia said, when the wig looks wiggier, that's the issue.
Yeah, there was some gems. The wig is getting wiggier, and I'm a lawyer, bitch.
I forgot about the I'm a lawyer, bitch.
That was hilarious.
Well, yeah. So, the fire. Yes, I think that's what your screen name is on the YouTube. Yeah. So that is what we liked about the show, is the music and Jack's clothes.
That's what y'all like.
That's probably about it.
Oh, you didn't like that neither?
Like what?
You thought that was trashy? You thought the music was trash?
You know what? I didn't pay the music any attention, to be honest.
I
honestly
to
like it wasn't.
It
wasn't.
I'm a music person, so I paid attention
to that.
See,
yeah, that wasn't the first thing for me.
Yeah, that was the only thing I noticed. The whole scene would be crap, and I'd be like, "Who sings that?" And I was just during the sex scene.
Yeah, I got my couple of songs.
But like I said, to have every episode named after.
And skip past if
what?
It's hard to skip anything in the show, honestly.
Skip the sex scenes.
And skip any scene with anybody in the car with music on.
Oh,
only Jax.
Skip those.
Only Jax.
No, because they had Lewis. They had Lewis rapping and his.
Okay, but his made sense.
His made sense because he actually rapped his show.
Her dropping the N-bomb. That was the other thing that bothered me. If you're gonna drop the N-bomb, right, use it in a good context.
What?
You don't call your son the N-word.
Yeah, that pissed me off. And the thing is, both of them called their son. It was like they had a nigga session, like that nigga, and it was like, wait a minute.
It was like every other word.
This is your child. It wasn't your child, right?
Some respect. No, but in some part of it, I think if you just talking, I understand you using it in that sense. But that they said it so much, like you thought that was his name.
Yeah, you thought that. I would have thought that was another person's child. That's why I don't believe.
Like you thought that was his name.
Yeah. I didn't like that. Actually, I didn't like that they were calling their own son. Like, I get that your son's an asshole. Like, their son's an asshole. I get it.
Right.
But
he was an asshole.
Your child.
He was an asshole because his parents don't check him and beat his ass.
Right. Because they call him nigga. That's why he acts the way he do. They call him nigga because they keep calling him that.
I told you I did not
put that thing in the ditch.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They only call. First of all, they only called the child nigga once. He was not around them. They were,
but they said it. I don't get Terrell
smoking their blunt. I know.
They said it about their child. Who does that?
But I don't like. Do you know how many black parents?
I get it, but don't you sit here and act like
we don't hear. We don't obviously don't hear it, but
or it'd be like this motherfucker.
It's said, but this little motherfucker
this little motherfucker's getting on my nerves.
Or this little nigga here get on my nerves, but it's the way that they
did it.
But I don't like.
Yes, it's delivery.
It sounded so very street corner-ish.
It didn't even sound that bad. Like it was just.
But one of the issues I had with the show was they tried to make everybody be who they are not. And again, you're trying to make Jax this street person at home and posh lawyerish in the damn law firm. And that's why when the conversation are around when she's with her friends and she's talking with Lewis and the whole nigga thing and all that cursing, I'm like, it just
It didn't make any sense.
It don't make any sense. It don't fit the show. It don't fit that.
They were like, they must have been like, we're on Hulu. Let's just put everything in there.
Hulu was letting us say everything. They're like, everything.
Everything.
Yep. And it was like, nigga. Wait, fuck you. Shit. Damn. What else do we? Oh, bitch. This bitch.
Right.
They went all in. They went toes in. Okay.
Yeah, I told you. It went all the way out. It's like what somebody would think that, it's what they probably thought, if Scandal was on that type of network and could do that, that's what Scandal probably would have done. It's like
not like that.
I hope not.
Not like that.
No, that would not have worked. It don't work for this show either.
No, it doesn't.
Don't. Like I said, when there was a show that is too much damn cursing,
it's cursing in. It's not.
It don't work.
Like you said, Saleia, it's just throwing a whole bunch of words.
It's not
because like I said before, it's the reason of we can say it, so we're gonna say it. We're trying to be real, and it don't work. It don't.
Like little kids, saying all the bad words and not getting in trouble for it.
Yeah. Well, so glad we ended. It's over. It's over.
Free.
Yes.
We is free, y'all.
I'm not picking the next show.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we need a palate cleanser. Like we need some happy shit after watching that.
You know what you guys should see? It's a movie actually. It's on Apple TV, and I think it's really cute. It's with Will Ferrell and
Spirited.
Yes, it's
and Octavia Spencer's in it. Yeah, I think we should watch
so
that.
Maybe we'll
it's really cute. I watched it today.
Okay, so y'all know how I feel about Ryan Reynolds. So I'm gonna have to suck this up because
you don't like him?
Listen, if I can hit him in the face with a brick, I would.
Before we go,
Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, so before we go any further, I'm stopping the podcast recording here. Not stopping the live stream, stopping the podcast recording for the podcast because we're almost in the 2 hours, and I really have to edit.
Yeah, I see it.
Some of this up. 2 hours for the recording. So the larger the recording is, it's going to be harder to upload. The live stream is fine. That YouTube, you can upload how many gigs you want. That's not a problem. But I'm stopping the recording. So podcast listeners, we're recording this live on live stream on YouTube. You all are going to hear this on which will be the
30th. No.
Yeah, it'll be the 30th. Yeah, episode 8, which is what we recorded last week, will be on the podcast on Wednesday. And then tonight's episode will be on the podcast on Wednesday. So obviously people who did not watch the live stream will be able to see, we'll be able to hear the podcast on the 30th. So podcast listeners that normally listen to us, we will see you all next week. Those that are on the live stream, just hang on. I'm just stopping the recording. So for the audio purposes, not the video purposes. Bye, podcast listeners.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy Turkey Day.
All right, so the recording's done. We're still on the live stream.
Okay. So, yeah, I hate Ryan Reynolds. You know what? He might be a very nice man.
Mm-hmm.
You said how much you don't like Ryan Reynolds.
What is the reason? Do you think because he's the golden boy of Hollywood and maybe he shouldn't be the golden boy of Hollywood?
It's the way he's Deadpool. He's Deadpool in everything that he does. There's only one movie that I like him in, and it's Free Guy.
Free Guy is hilarious.
I love that movie. I love
hilarious.
But if you look at every other movie that he's done, he's Deadpool without the mask. And I just
wait, is he in Deadpool? Is he really? Is he the Deadpool?
He is really
guy?
Deadpool.
Yeah, he's a Deadpool guy.
Oh, I didn't know that. But I think that's kind of his thing. I feel like his comedy.
But it's not funny.
I don't know. Like this one is kind of fun, but that's only because Will Ferrell is a nut, and so
I love him. Look,
I love Will Ferrell. I'm not I don't hate Ryan Reynolds, but I don't like everything he does. I feel like his comedy is on the lines of Friends. Like I feel like he should have been casted in Friends. Like he should have been the Channer in Friends. That's his comedy to me.
Yeah. His comedy is he talks fast, he's witty, and all
Yeah,
that.
Is he though?
and that's how
Jonathan-
Friends was. Oh damn!
Like
Yeah.
if I see them on the street, I'm throwing bricks at him. Like I
At Ryan
can't
Reynolds,
stand.
I don't hate him like that. He don't deserve bricks.
Damn.
Well,
He don't deserve bricks. I mean,
What does he deserve?
let the man live.
Listen, and again, he might be a very nice man. You know, that's fine.
I think he's funny.
You would.
How about that?
You
Well,
would.
I mean,
you was repping for your boy.
you
Lewis,
are
so-
like Jesus. You are like the mother who is like Hercules. Everything my baby do is amazing.
Did you
You
guys
are
like
that
Deadpool? Did you
No, I like
Deadpool?
Deadpool. The
Mike
first one
is
I like.
such the optimist when it comes to
He
these
really
movies.
is.
Where was people who was watching Body Cam and Vivarium and all
Oh,
that shit?
No, he was watching it with us.
I watched it.
Oh, but he wasn't on the was he on the podcast?
He wasn't on the
No, he
podcast.
wasn't on
though.
the podcast
Oh.
then. But when I would watch it, I'd be like, "Oh, we're watching this," so he would watch it with me. Yeah, you're a good one.
You know what? I'm happy that I watched with her. That I used her as an excuse while I was watching was Scandal. I was happy that I watched.
You didn't
it.
have to use her as an excuse.
You didn't have to use her.
No,
The
you don't
Scandal was just a
understand.
good show.
'Cause no, you don't understand. So it
You
was
don't.
Grey's Anatomy,
Yeah.
then it was
Mhm.
Scandal, and then
Yeah.
it was How to Get Away with Murder.
Thursday
This
night
dude-
lineup.
This dude would be like, "Oh, what you watching? Scandal? Oh, what's that come on? 9 o'clock. All right, I'll be upstairs. Boo, 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 boo. Okay, what's going on?
That show was good.
Oh hell yeah! Well,
Yes, it was.
the season 7 was a little off the rails, but
Well, that's because they had to change it at the last minute.
well, yeah.
So every
Right.
time we see that actor, he is now Papa Pope, no matter what.
Yeah, I don't care
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is. That's his name.
Joe Morton is fantastic.
He's just an amazing actor.
Period. He's the
Right.
only one that way. But no, they had to change the last season because the last season.
Because that was the one that was supposed to be canceled, but they
No,
Oh, they were supposed to cancel it?
no. That was the one that was originally going to be about.
oh Lord.
It was originally going to be about Russia trying to hack the election,
Oh, instead of
Yeah.
wait,
but
It's-
Russia really did,
and it was like, oh
Hack
shit,
the
we can't put
election.
this in here.
and so they had to redo the
Real.
whole season. That's why that season came out
Is
the way
that-
Some of this stuff
Wait.
seems so real.
because Shawn
like East
Rhimes
Angola?
originally was like that was originally going to be what that season was going to be about. And
East
then when
Ang-
that
was
shit
it East Angola or West Angola?
West Angola,
West Angola.
yes.
What did I say?
Angola.
Did we stop?
I've been drinking.
But
I've been drinking, so
all right, we're gonna stop the live stream.
Yeah, did we stop the live stream? Oh, did
okay. Well,
oh maybe my thing did. I don't know. I thought we stopped it.
no, it's still going on YouTube.
because there's 6 people
Oh.
watching now.
But
Okay.
thanks to the 6 people. I appreciate
Thanks,
you.
y'all.
Well,
Thank
it went up to
you.
7, so thank y'all for
Woo!
watching the live stream.
And this is what we
Appreciate
do.
it. If this is our first live stream, so normally we are usually doing this on a closed Zoom. Basically, you have to have a passcode to get in. You still gotta have a passcode to get in, but
Yeah.
we usually do record on Mondays at 7:30, and then they usually get posted on the podcast the following Wednesday. So I was gonna do the live stream 2 weeks ago, but then Shawn said wait until the last.
Yeah, I said, look,
Last
let's
minute.
wait to
Wait
do it.
until the last episode of this.
Yeah.
Which is actually was great because this is a good way for us to end this. To end,
Yeah.
reasonable doubt. Because
Deuces to reasonable doubt. Good luck on your need season because you're gonna need it.
If-
You're
if-
gonna need it.
If
I feel like
oh
it
no,
will.
it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. It's gonna be a season. If there's a season,
Tomatoes.
if there is a season 2 of them, what makes you think there ain't gonna be a season 2 of
Okay.
First of all, you shut your mouth. That was the other show. I was like, there was something else we watched that was awful.
Them.
It was them.
What
Them.
you gonna do?
Well,
Stop
we know
it.
that was your favorite
What you
part, T.
gonna do? That's exactly what the
I
guy
know one
said.
thing. If I have a nightmare and somebody sing that song, guess what I'm doing? I'm calling your ass at 3:00 in the morning.
You won't get through. That's why I'm gonna be
Damn
on
it.
serve.
Yeah, it's always on Do Not Disturb. So good luck with that.
Please, you won't be getting through. Yeah. So if there's a season 2 of them, there's going to be a season 2 of Reasonable Doubt. I don't see
Why?
because Larry Wilmore and Kerry Washington's name is attached to it. That's why.
I guess if that's a reason. I don't know. I guess if that's the reason.
Amazon, I think, really has no other content. That's the reason why they're like, oh, we'll give them a season 2. Because
what's this supposed to be about again? The season 2.
Who cares? With this, these are trauma things for me. Okay, so if we cannot.
But I think this was about. I think season 2 is supposed to be something about do with the LA cop or some. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. Anyway, it's exploiting Black trauma. That's the reason. But a lot of people came out against them, though, about the fact that they were using Black trauma to basically use it to tell a story again. But the show came out right around the time when all this shit was going on. I was like, don't nobody want to see this? We already got real life shit going on. Why would we watch people fucking with us?
You guys see the people to the Will Smith movie?
Yeah, it's out now. It's streaming.
Oh, it is? Emancipation?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna watch it.
I don't know. I'm good with the slave movies.
Yeah.
Well, like,
it got to be something. It has to be something that he's telling me that I don't know about slavery. But I think it's about just one man he's playing, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping like it's a bravery hero thing, but
it's gonna need to be.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna watch this thing, and I know ain't nobody, everybody's hating on Will Smith right now.
They probably are because of the Oscar slap. But
yeah, they're like, fuck you. Really and it's a slave movie. And it's a slave movie. So you gonna slap somebody and do a slave movie.
But then also too was just, even when it was done, he said even when I heard about it before the Oscar slap, I was just like, why?
Why? You don't need to.
Yeah.
Why do you again, what are you going to tell me that's going to be something that I if I'm watching another slave movie, I want to learn something that I did not know.
You're a megastar.
Maybe it might be something. Who knows? Maybe it could be something that is about this character that we did not.
Oh, Emancipation?
Yeah. Because like,
you gonna watch it, Shawn?
Hell no.
Well, only because see, like 12 years. I didn't know when 12 Years a Slave came out that they were actually going up north and getting people who were free and bringing them back down and putting them in.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
It makes sense with all this white supremacy mess. It makes sense.
But I don't want to go see another movie where you the one black man is now trying to get free from slavery and bring other people. But what you telling me that's going to be different?
Right, and that's why I'm not watching it.
Like after 12 Years a Slave, I said, all right, I'm okay. I'm done with slavery.
Excuse me.
Tell me something else that I don't know that you can't tell me in a documentary.
What did y'all think about Django?
I actually like Django.
I thought it was good, even though people say, slavery ain't no spaghetti western. I was like, but
they said what?
Yeah.
They said slavery wasn't no what?
It's not a spaghetti western because it was it's
right.
It's in the genre of western, even though it's slavery, but it's in the genre of a western.
Oh.
So people were trying to say, they watered down. Like it is only because Quentin Tarantino, wrote and directed the movie.
But see, I think what made Django okay for me is that in terms of getting the big payback, Jamie Foxx's character got that. He got that from everybody who did him dirty. He got it. So I wasn't mad at that. Like when Spike Lee was like, oh, I think this is bad for our people. And it was like, bro, are you saying this because it was a white man who directed a movie about, slavery? I mean, I get it. But, in terms of story, Jamie Foxx's character got the big payback. All them suckers died. Spoiler for anybody who's going to watch it.
Anybody ain't never seen it. But all right, I'm just going to end the live stream. So thank y'all who watched the live stream.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll probably continue to keep talking a little bit longer, but thank y'all for watching the live stream. There will probably be another one. I don't know when, but just check this. Actually, you know what? Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Social Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Social T Podcast. Don't follow us on Twitter because I'm about to get ready to get rid of my Twitter. So
yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'm on Twitter, but it don't matter. So there you go.
And and listen to us on your podcast. Listen to that. And